What's up, you guys? All right, we're back at another AC call. So this customer is saying that their AC is not working. He's telling me that he's not getting 24 volts on the contactor side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start up in the attic. I'm gonna check and see if they have a water switch. That water switch usually, I don't know, if they had any previous repairs or not, but most contractors will put a water switch up in the attic to shut off the AC, just in case if there's any primary water drainage blockage. So let's start there, okay? Well, first things first, you guys look at this. They got two joists in the attic that are completely cut. Oh gosh. And it looks like they cut this one too. And they put a piece of wood. They even cut this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I guess, yeah, like, alright, let's get to that water switch. Alright, so, you guys can see, this is the drain switch, and there's the water. There's a switch right there. So, the water was pushing up the switch, and that's what's turning off the AC. So, we're gonna have to clear that condensate drain right here. We're gonna have to clear this condensate drain right here. This is the primary. For some reason they have it pressed up against this duct to the vent pipe, but it's not supposed to be like that. It needs air to push out of the vent, so we're gonna need to fix that as well. But let's go get our PVC cutters and coupling and our pressurizer, and we'll go ahead. As you guys can see, I'm sweating up here. It's like 150 plus degrees, but with these joists it's outrageous. But let's go ahead, let's get this job done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and clean out this condensate drain. What I have right here is this is a swoosh gun. So what you do is you take this little cartridge off. So you unscrew this, and then you put a little CO2 pod in here, as I'll show you guys right now. If I get out of my pocket, hold up. So put a CO2 pod in here, right here, just like a little BB gun CO2 cartridge, but this is a CO2 cartridge, 20 gram. In there, and then you attach this top one here, and then once you get this all set, squared away, I'm not gonna fully tighten it yet because sometimes they have a tendency to leak out a little bit, so we don't want to make the cartridge leak out. So we're gonna cut this line. We're gonna go ahead and push the water through all the way to the drain line. So most of the time primary lines will go straight to like a bathroom sink. So the reason why this line is probably blocked up is because of a bathroom sink. They probably have hair, gunk, something in that pipe that is making it the water stop. So let me set up and I'll get you guys going on this. So this is that excess water that came out. This is water, I've already drained the water, but this was any extra water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up this water real quick, and then give me 1 second. I'm gonna drain this water. nice and cleaned out. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go outside to the AC condenser and we're just gonna make sure everything's working out there. All right, so I turned on the disconnect. AC is running right now. Let me check the pressures real quick. Let's go ahead and check how much refrigerant is inside the system. I recommend you guys get these wireless fill piece refrigerant probes. Reason why is because when you hook up actual hoses and gauges to the system, you actually are taking refrigerant out of the system, because the refrigerant goes inside the hoses, and then as you release it, as you take off the knob, it comes out. So these are actually really good. I'll show you why. So the blue, as you guys can see right here, is blue, stands for suction. That's on the bigger vapor line right here. And then right here, this is the liquid line. The liquid, let's turn that on. Liquid stands for more, instead of it being a vapor, it's just straight liquid. So this one comes out a lot more pressure than the vapor line. So let's go ahead and hook up our probes. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and launch the fill piece app. Let me just double check what type of refrigerant this is. So this is a R410A system. So we're about 147 over 356. It's a little higher than normal. Let's go in and check the refrigerant. Not the refrigerant. I'm sorry, you guys. It's hot out here. Let's go ahead and check the supply air coming out of the registers, just to see what supply air, but it looks like it keeps rising. So we're gonna watch this to see if, you know, there's an issue inside the refrigerant line or not. But let's go ahead, let's go check that that supply air temperature. My supply probe. Alright, let's turn this guy on. And typically, I like to stick these probes inside the register, so that way it gets the exact temperature. So, went ahead and put it inside there. Let's go outside and just make sure. Take some amps. So right now it's dropping. We'll come back to this in like 5 minutes. And let's check these amps. So there's a new capacitor in here. Let's check those amps on the compressor side. So compressor is going to be this black wire right here. And it looks like we're getting about 13.9, not 0.9, 13.39. And then let's check on the manufacturer what the compressor amperage is. So as you see right here, it says compressor RLA. That stands for running load amps. So while it's running, 19.9 is the highest the amps could go on the compressor. Right now we're at 13.3. We're still good. Still good on that point. So let's check this fan motor. Fan motor, FLA. That's 1.3. So let's go ahead, check that fan motor amperage real quick. Amps. So fan motor, we're only getting about 0.76. That's good. I'm trying to check one more thing. Look at my screwdriver real quick. I don't like to stick my hands in these units. It's a lot of voltage. I'm just checking the compressor amps again, 13.4, so yeah, we're still good. So the fan motor and the compressor are both running in a good standard, okay? So let's go back to our supply temperature app and just check. I know you guys are getting a big glare. I gotta open this door. No, you're good.
I just thought it was running. Like, oh, I'm gonna close the door.
Yeah. So, supply temperature air right now. That's downstairs.
Are you done going outside in the back?
Oh no, I'm still checking the unit. So I'll close the door every time I come in and out.
I'm gonna close the front.
Okay. So this is downstairs. So downstairs typically gets a little bit warmer air than upstairs. So let's go check upstairs air really quickly. So as you guys can see, upstairs air is a lot lower. That's typical. It's common. This is a one system house. So the upstairs, the furnace is in the attic. So the airflow is going to be a lot stronger upstairs than downstairs. And the farther the airflow has to travel, so the airflow from the unit all the way downstairs, the cooling is going to decrease because of the travel for the air time. But upstairs is looking good. We're like 62.1. New filters are inside. I'll show you guys right now. So we have new filters. Brand new filter. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but yeah, let me get better angles. There we go. Brand new filter in there. And then So when I pressurize the condensation drain, all this gunk usually comes out of the sink. That's the only thing that usually happens when you use that CO2 gun. It'll actually, you know, get out those clogs, and a lot of the clogs are at the sinks themselves. So it got all that gunk and it all came out. So I would definitely, if you guys are going to use that, let the customer know possibility that all this stuff might come out of the sink. But let's go ahead and check that supply again. $61.4. Perfect. This house is cooling. All right, let's go close everything up in the back, and we should call it. All right, guys, so we did it. We went ahead, we got the AC working. So on these hot summer days, you guys, just make sure you stay hydrated. Keep your mind right. If you get too hot, sit down, take a break. Don't burn yourselves out, okay? But you know the issue was condensation drain got clogged, which pushed up the switch. And then we went outside, we found that the capacitor was a little low. So we went ahead and changed that out with a new one, and the new one was reading 44.7. I know I didn't record it. Apologize, you guys. You know, when you get so focused in the work, you don't catch things sometimes, so I apologize. But we went ahead, got everything cooling. It's coming out 60 degrees upstairs and 67 downstairs. So I'm sure it's gonna get colder too as the time goes. But appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe.